What's up, everybody? Today is December 9th, 2025, and here is how I made just over $4,100 day trading NQ this morning. I took a trade and I made just over $800 on my 5 My Fund of Futures past accounts, so this will go to my next payout. It was a pretty simple trade, but I will get right into it. All right, so looking at the chart this morning, I was pretty unbiased coming into the day. We had a couple draws I was looking to see get hit. We had a set of lows right here from the day prior. That was sort of an obvious draw considering on the hourly time frame we had just inverse this 1 hour fair value gap to the downside. And on top of having those lows below, we also had this data wick from about 5:30 a.m. We had this data wick, so we had data lows here. I didn't think data lows was going to be low of day. If we were going to come down and sweep this or be bearish on the day, I wanted to see both of these lows get hit. Now that was for the lows. On top of the lows, we had a couple draws to the upside I wanted to see get hit. We had these hourly highs above. We had right there were these hourly highs, which wasn't a bad draw. They're kind of far away. We were pretty bearish, so I was leaning bearish at the start, but like I said, I was unbiased, so this could have went either way for me. And what you're looking at now is pre-market, so I will let pre-market play out all the way up to 9:30. So this was 8:50, and if you see how pre-market played out, all the way to 925. You see we swept data lows, but we didn't really come down and take out these hourly lows, so I still could have went either way with my bias today. So I just want to see how market opened. I was literally fine taking a long or a short. It didn't matter to me. So if we drop to the 1 minute time frame and let market open, you'll see what happened is we pump for a little bit and then we come down and we sweep out these hourly lows. And what I noticed is when we swept these hourly lows, if we go over to ES took not even the data lows or those hourly lows. So ES was trading higher, meaning we put in an SMT at those lows on ES. So I noticed this immediately, and that caused me to start leaning more bullish, at least for the immediate market open. On top of that SMT, another extremely obvious draw I saw, which was what inspired me to take this trade, was these equal highs. We left perfect equal highs above with the market open candle. So this was just such an obvious draw for me. I wanted to see these get hit. So we had equal highs above. And on top of sweeping these lows and putting in an SMT there, we saw that we had opened up a 1 minute fair value gap, but I always wait for the highest time frame fair value gap because I trade inversion. So pop over to the 2 minute time frame, you see we just formed this baby 2 minute fair value gap. We open this 2 minute fair value gap, and literally within the next candle, we get an immediate inversion through this fair value gap. So this tells me right away I think we're going to run these equal highs, and this was all I needed to enter this trade. The only problem that could have went wrong with the trade was going to be that we were trading before 10 a.m. news, but I mean, if you look at the time, it was literally 9:36 when I entered this trade. 9:35, sorry, it was 9:35 when I entered this trade. Immediate 2 minute inversion. I set my stops at the order block below that we made when we made this CISD to the upside, and my target was the equal highs. And normally I set a break even at the internal high. We didn't have one, so I just decided I would put my break even at the body closure of this candle because I wanted somewhere to go break even just in case we wanted to reverse, but nothing was too obvious. I wanted to see us flush through that, so you will literally see if I let this play out. It took a few minutes and we hit full take profit, and it was such an obvious trade. I mean, we closed perfectly at the take profit, and you will see I will show you my P&L so you know where and exactly I executed, and this was textbook. I had no problems with this trade at all. You'll see I'm now logged out of my Fund of Futures accounts. This is exactly where I entered. As soon as we inversed this fair value gap, I entered there and I set my take profit at the equal highs, and that was literally all I needed for the day, and this netted me about $820. I will put my P&L on screen now so you can see that. All right, pretty simple trading day today. That was all I had for the recap. As soon as we took this, I didn't want to trade anymore. You can see we just chopped for the rest of the session. There was a couple other B-graded setups that presented themselves, but obviously I didn't take any more. That being said, I do live trade every single day in my Discord for free. There's a link in the description. Join that, and you can trade alongside me every day. There's a couple good free resources in there, a little bit about how I trade my model, and a nice community. So please join the Discord if you haven't yet, and I will see you all in the next trade recap.